wanted to change the name, but they said that they had that name for all those years. They decided to keep that name. First of all, I would like to personally thank each and every one of you for taking into consideration of everything that you are doing. This is at the Martin Luther King monument down here, and it's something that speaks for itself as to the struggle that we have faced as a people and as a black people. I have in my hand a form that I'm just filing to the United States Justice Department, and it's based upon equilibrium and justice and equality by the law, where the city planning boards and commissions as to a metro city have such imbalances that you have no development on the south side, and you got all your development on the north side. And we feel that that's definitely unfair. It means that we are not given the consideration that we should have as for the community, as a group of people. It always have been going to the rich and the wealthy. This corridor didn't have no people from this community working on it. People from out of town come, like the gentleman was saying. And we the people have the right, and we have to put a stop and an end to that. So we filed, I got it off this morning, and it's filed to the United States Justice Department to with its term as the sleeping giant is Title VI. And Title VI is a new law. It's not a new law, but it's an old law that's been there. But now it's time for us to implement that, and it'll bring changes. And that being said, I don't have very much more to say, no more than we got to have some monies on the south side. We got to have some balance from our metropolitan planners. And this is very, very important for us all to understand everything that you are doing with the school board. You're absolutely right. Because if you go along with what they're doing, you're going to transport all of their power that they already have, and they're going to block you just that much further out. Yeah. See, we don't have a voice until we raise the issue and we stand together and unite ourselves in the causes.
John, me and Mr. Bivens are the only candidates that have even mentioned the inequality between the south side and the north side. We both made that a cornerstone of what we plan to address if we get in there.
I tell you what, that's very, very, very much appreciated, because this is what we need. If you look at these old houses over here, and if you look down these streets, from this corner to this other corner was almost $400,000, and we didn't have no contractors in here. And when this monument was put together, we came out here and we actually picked up stones where they didn't use more than concrete. And it's rather pathetic that we have to go along with this all the time, but we're not going along with it any further. We done filed a complaint, and when it come down to it, we all get behind it, and it's behalf of everybody, and the people especially the people on the south side, and they got the terminology is the low-income areas, okay, and the minorities, and any others who fit into those categories. That being said, I am John Roberts.
I want to piggyback off of what he said. This corridor here, when we built, Robinson and myself, we found George Foster Ryan is my name, and we saw concrete. It was all messed up. Some areas still need repair. It was a mess. Even some of the steps had an inch or more separated. Now, we brought this before Valdosta City Council, but I say that we're living in a community where our news media try to keep us deaf, dumb, and blind to the times. They're not able to make an intelligent decision based on facts at local meetings. You all don't know nothing about the default and defects we found in this, because our newspaper and local television didn't inform you. And so there you go with people not knowing, but yet they want us to vote for people that we don't even understand what's going on and what they're doing in office, because we don't have nobody to report the news. You know absolutely nothing about that flag that you see up there when they erected those three flags. All those flags was at the same level. And so I went before City Council and brought it before City Council and told them that it was wrong. They agreed, and of course they corrected, but they didn't publish nothing in the Valdosta Daily Times. When you go over here, you'll find railroad tracks throughout the city, mostly on the south side of low-income community, but it's also out on St. Augustine Road. So these are things that you all don't know nothing about. At least 7 times I brought this before City Council. You don't know nothing about it because we don't have a news media here. Many of you probably know absolutely nothing about a congressional aide, Michael F. Bryant, had a gun pulled on him after he left church, went over the Roses to eat a Sunday lunch, and this white guy pulled his gun, held him prisoner, 3 accounts of felony, but the district attorney over there lowered the charges way down. After they began to get pressure, I think they upped them up a little bit. But the point is, I want to say this here. You don't understand that it took 16 days for the Valdosta Daily Times to publish that story. I told them, if you don't publish it, I will break it myself. So I just wanted to wait to see how long it's going to take them to publish it. Then eventually they published it, and to my knowledge, I don't remember seeing it on Channel 6 or on local news media. Now the question must be, why would they do that? Why would they say a congressional aide of Sanford Bishop, nobody know nothing about it? Now, since I did it on my blog and my YouTube, even Sanford Bishop got it on his website. Now, nobody want to talk about the 30 jail deaths that we've had out here since 1994 to 2009. From 2009 to 2011, we don't know, because the sheriff's department and all elected officials say that's a constitutional position and the citizens don't have a right to know. I went to Atlanta, and other officials, they say they're going to get back, and they believe it is under the Open Records Act, but nobody cares. Now, I understand the Valdosta Daily Times on this issue simply because of this fact. The Valdosta Daily Times had trouble getting information from the jail just like I do. They have trouble getting information from the prison system. So it seems like Valdosta and Lowndes County is in a world by itself. And it really is a shame. It really is a shame for us to go through this. So now I'm going to close out, but I could go on and on and on. One more. One more, excuse me. Do you all know how much hell the workers at Wal-Mart go through? Now, I was terminated. I'm not going to get in there, because if you want, you can see all that on YouTube. I've sent Wal-Mart board of directors and presidents at least 30 videos. But I journeyed to Bentonville this week, and we stayed 4 days, all expense paid. Now, the reason why I was paid was because somebody picked up on YouTube my videos, and a guy came into Valdosta, met with me and Robertson's house. We talked about 2 hours. They sent me. We went to the home office of Wal-Mart on the 12th. And sad to say, we had from 150 to 200 people, and they was waiting for us. But they had the police waiting for us. They had Wal-Mart, heavy hand of security, waiting on us. And so we almost went to jail, we almost was arrested. But wherever you see our Wal-Mart, this is not their Wal-Mart. This is our Wal-Mart. That Wal-Mart is our Wal-Mart because they take our dollars to build that Wal-Mart. And so these group of people in California came up with what they call our Wal-Mart. And they are working within Wal-Mart. So wherever you see, you won't see many down here because I went to certain places and asked them. They don't know about our Wal-Mart. So you're going to see people walking around with these shirts because I'm going to see that happen. And I want to see people in Wal-Mart get ready to join our Wal-Mart. So hopefully they can get some representation so somebody will stand up for those people, especially people with medical conditions. You hear me? They are being treated like hell at Wal-Mart. I know I'm on tape and I know you can put it all over YouTube. I'm not saying anything I already have not told them. So what I'm saying to you, when you go to Wal-Mart, embrace those people, be sympathetic with those workers, because there's very little that they can do because of the power structure. Now, they have ignored me for 3.5 years. I've written them 31 letters, 30 videos, showing 34 pages of proof that they never entered me into a 4-week training program. Laid it out for them. And do you not know, after 3.5 years, they haven't even sent me a courteous reply. Now that lets you know something about America's largest retail giant. Now you want to know why I'm out here today? That's just a tenth of while I'm out here today. That's just a very small part. We haven't talked about Section 3 and Title 7. We haven't talked about that. We're not talking about the biomass plant was defeated here, yes, but they're trying to get one down to Port St. Joe in Florida. So we journeyed down there. That's on YouTube too. We also went to Jacksonville with NAACP to help those people with they bringing one down, trying to bring one there. And so, you know, thank you.
There's lots to do, George. That is persistence. Yeah. That's what we need. Yeah.
Tony Daniels, community activist. I'm concerned with business. I'm concerned with jobs here in America. I'm here today because when I see black and white together, this is what it's all about. If we can change it in the 50s and 60s, we can change it today. Only thing we got to do is work together, stay together, and talk to each other and be for one another. The Declaration of Independence says we have a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. How can we pursue happiness when we don't have a job? And it's coming from Capitol Hill. It's coming from the Senate House, the Congress House. The corporation, again, the corporation all counterpower to do their own thing. They're not concerned with the American worker today. They're not concerned with retirement today. They're not concerned with the benefit package. They're not concerned with the health care package of America. We the one that got them in those big fancy places down today, buying the private island, the American workers. What we got to do as American people, black and white, Hispanic, Asian American, we got to stand tall and let them know. Mr. McCain said, running for the nominee of the Republican Party, said, no one in America should not be mad. Well, I'm mad as hell. How can I not be mad? When people don't have jobs, people begin to lay off of jobs, people are losing their homes, people are losing their livelihood. We should be angry at our Congress of the United States. When President Barack Obama is trying to pass a job bill and they bucking against it, they want to come with their own package. Well, let's get behind the leader in the free world. Amen. We got a good word here. We can speak up and speak out. But we got to know the power that we have. If we stand tall together, we got the power. Let me go back on what Brother Ryan just got to talking about. There's some political leaders, I must say, look like it's 99% of them. They don't believe they're bound by the law. There's something that they call, and Brother Ryan knows it, it's the Public Information Act. When you want information about inside the jailhouse, it ought to come up under the Public Information Act, in which they are violating the law of the United States of America. Not only Congress are bound by the law, not only bound by the state capitol is bound by the law, but they are here in the city of Valdosta, County Commission, City Council, Mayor, they are bound by the law. If law come in conflict with anything in the United Constitution, it is wrong and it's injustice. But we must know the power that we have as American people. I'm a small businessman. Got a cleaning company. I have yet learned land the first contract because there's a lot of things going on out there. It's unfairness in business. It's unfairness throughout America. Amen. It's poor folks that catching all the flack. We paying all the taxes. We're the last hire in the first fire. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Chamber of Commerce says they represent you.
Chamber of Commerce. Chamber of Commerce. Thank the great doctor for bringing that up. Chamber of Commerce. We need industrial authority, Chamber of Commerce, County Commission, and the City Council. Mayor and City Council. Bring in better industry inside the city. We need high-paying jobs. We need high-paying jobs. We need jobs that starting off with $20 an hour, so people can see their money. They can pay their bills and pay for their homes. But I am concerned about jobs in America. The small businessman. If they open the door up and start to letting the small businessman borrow money, not on too much of, you gotta have something. But we ain't saying don't take a large risk. But the small businessman need capital. How you make money, you gotta have some money. And they gotta help us to loan some money so we can make some money. But I'm concerned here and I'm glad, I'm happy from yesterday and I'm happy today to seeing all this unity, seeing all this fire, seeing all this spirit. If America's gonna change, it's gonna take the American people to change. Change do not come on its own. We have to force change. We have to make change. We had to die for change. We had to bleed for change. We had to sweat for change. That's how we fight the system.
Tony, it is so great just to hear people talking about social justice for a change.
I have an idea. There's an opening on the Industrial Authority right now. How about Tony Daniels?
Take the power, take the power. Go on the city website, county.
Thank you for that.
I'll vote for you.
Don't have to vote. We'll be there. Don't have to vote. We'll be there. They keep walking with you.
Keith.
All right. My name is Keith Lucas, and I'm out here because I'm against no child left behind. I'm against consolidation. Early this week, I went to the meet and greet I had at Rainwater Conference Center. and I got a chance to talk to some Republicans. And we had a lively discussion. And when it was over with, they asked me would I come to one of their meetings and speak to them about the way I feel about consolidation. And one of the things I asked them, I said, have any of you guys went in the community and talked to the people this is going to directly affect? I had 3 Republicans. None of them had been to the community. Then I asked them, if you guys hadn't been out in the community to talk to the people, how did you base a decision you for it? Well, the campaign manager told me, well, I'm getting paid. Okay, I can see your point. You know, I can see you. The other 2 was just totally for it. They couldn't give me a reason why. And I said, I've talked to people in the community, and they're concerned about busing. And 40 years ago, we got rid of this busing thing. This is a dead issue. If we go to consolidation, the way I see it and the community see it, eventually city schools are going to close. That means people in the city are going to have to be bused again. That's what we don't want. I said that's what the community seems to be concerned about. You guys hadn't been out there and talked to none of these people in the community, but you're all for something. It makes me wonder, you know, what's going on? Because when you decide you're for something, you do your homework. You make sure you understand why you're for it. That way when somebody asks you about it, you can say, this is where I stand and this is where I'm for it. Right now, when you talk to so far Q&A, nobody can really tell you why they for it. They can only say, well, it's better for Valdosta. Well, if it's better for Valdosta, tell me how. Well, it'll bring more jobs. I see it losing jobs. I can show you where we're going to lose superintendent, office workers, bus drivers. I can show you where all these people are going to have to be cut out. So you show me where it's going to bring more jobs. They tell me in the future. Well, the future is now with me. All right. The future is right now. So if we're going to make a difference, I think we need to stand up against consolidation. I met Mr. Fulton the other day running for councilman at large, and I like the guy. He seemed to be hopefully when you become city councilman at large, you don't become like the rest of them. Follow suit.
Keith, the problem is what they said to you, why didn't you come to us? And you said, why didn't you come to us? You know, they're expecting everybody to go to them with this stuff.
That's kind of what they said. They said they had been inviting people, but nobody's coming. And so they wanted me, and I'm just the average Joe. You know, you want me to come and speak to you about something that you guys should have did your homework before you even decided to do anything. All right, you know, just go talk to the people in the community. Knock on doors and ask the people what do they think. And then you make a decision. But like I said, I'm against consolidation. I don't really have a dog in the fight because I don't have kids in school right now. My daughter goes to Cook County. She lives in Cook County. And I didn't go to school in the Valdosta system. But I live in Valdosta, Georgia. I was born in Valdosta, Georgia. I wasn't raised here, but I was born here. I have a lot of family here. And I love living in Valdosta. I care about Valdosta. And I want to make it a better community, not only for blacks, but for whites, for Mexicans, Indians, anybody want to come to Valdosta. Live in Valdosta. Valdosta opens its arms to everybody that wants to come be a part of our community. And if you not want to be a part of our community, well, 75 go both ways. So we ask you to take one of the routes. That's all I have to say. Thank you.